Brad actually reached out to me in January of 2022, and I've known Brad for 6 or 7 years. We were in a study group consortium together, and I wouldn't say we were looking at all for a buyer. We'd gone down the road a few times with potential buyers, but they all kind of ended up the same way. It just was never a good fit. It always felt like they wanted us to fold into their model and kind of absorb us, and we didn't see much of a future for Jocelyn Pension after the acquisition. And so we were kind of jaded about the whole experience, so we weren't really actively looking. But when Brad reached out, and having known him and he seemed really excited about it, I thought we'd take the call, and then glad we did.
I think that we had reached a point where we needed more resources, and we needed a lot of different things that we could think of, and we needed some help getting to that next level. And this arrangement, relationship really helps us move to the next level, and gives us resources that we'd only dreamed of as opposed to been able to afford. So that was extremely appealing to us.
The thing that was really enticing for us is, as a small business, we're only here. We've only had the success we've had because of the employees we have. They've been obviously instrumental in our growth. So if we were to pursue a change, we wanted to make sure our employees were taken care of, and that there was opportunities for them. And we were really happy with how everything was working under Jocelyn Pension before. But obviously, I think Bob plans to retire at some point, and what does the business look like without him? And I just felt like with Strongpoint we were stronger. When that day comes, we would be stronger, and allow that day to come without jeopardizing the future of our employees. So I think in terms of the future of Strongpoint, I think growing Jocelyn Pension, growing the other entities together, and creating opportunities for our employees, and creating career paths for them. And there's just a lot more career paths for them under this bigger organization than we had before.
Everybody that's been hired on the Strongpoint level has been excellent. I mean, most of the people, with a few exceptions, have come on after we did. And everybody that's come on, I mean, Danny, I sat next to him the first day he was at work, and had he not told me that, I would have thought, well, he's been in this business for 10 years. I mean, everybody has been fantastic at the Strongpoint level. So that's been really reassuring to us, that all the needs that we're looking to have filled are going to be filled.
Just having access to the Howard Simon team, the RSG team, to bounce ideas off of. And when we struggle with the Relias issue, we can call Mike Kay at Howard Simon. Or if we have a lead in New Orleans that looks like a great opportunity, I can call Todd, and we can partner together on that call. Just having those additional resources have been great. Having additional HR issues, it's nice now having a team that can take that off our plate. That's how it also felt different, because it wasn't like some big 401k provider that was folding us into their model that had already been developed. It was like Doug and Brad had just gone through this process themselves. So every time we had a question, they kind of smelled like, oh yeah, we asked that same question, and here's our answer, and here's what we were thinking. And I think that's what was kind of making us feel a little bit better, is like they didn't have all the answers, and it made us feel like we were really growing something new together, like growing Strongpoint and creating a new brand, a new way of doing things together. And we were going to be at the table to kind of shape the future of Strongpoint, as opposed to saying Jocelyn Pension is now going to be, Strongpoint's been around for 30 years, we've done it this way, and Jocelyn Pension is going to be folded into this model and become this new model. It's like Jocelyn Pension is a model that's successful, and we want it to continue to be successful and help join other successful firms to create kind of a, a new model together.